the representative please briefly explain her legislation?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, House Bill 1386 looks at making changes to the educator instructional certification levels. As many of you may recall, those levels were changed in January of 2013, and subsequently many stakeholders have voiced issues related to educator certification in the Commonwealth. One of the greatest concerns has been that an individual with an elementary middle instructional certificate is qualified to teach 4th through 8th grade. This certificate's grade span overlaps with the secondary instructional certificate, which qualifies an individual to teach 7th through 12th grade. As a result, administrators are finding it difficult to hire educators to teach 5th and 6th grades because only an educator with an elementary middle instructional certificate may teach these grades. And what we're finding through research and the data is that of our educators who are seeking certification in elementary school, 85% of our students are receiving a K through 4 certificate, while only 15% of our educators are seeking and receiving a certification 4th through 8th grades. Another significant logistical issue is that the certification grade spans do not align with the current organization of many school buildings. And if an administrator changes an educator's grade placement, the educator may be expected to move to an entirely different new school building. And many have complained that this is causing disruptions and unnecessary obstacles to both the educator and the school district. Rather ironically, in doing my research on this legislation, I came across then Chairman Roebuck's rather prescient remarks on April 25th of 2007, where he effectively predicted the problems that we are now facing in the Commonwealth. He said that the reality would result in teachers holding a Pennsylvania certification as less employable in other states. He also went on to note that teachers who choose to utilize their certificates within the Commonwealth would put administrators in a bind, giving them less flexibility for placement and movement within an elementary school due to their limited certification grade span. So, Chairman, you were right.
I'm a real visionary. I want to let you know that.
We all knew
Clearly. So, there were also several concerns that were raised at the time by Jacqueline Edmondson, Dean of Undergraduate Education at Penn State. She went on to note that there was absolutely no evidence that would suggest that the kindergarten through 6th grade certification should be eliminated. And, on average, 42% of all schools were impacted by these new hiring practices. So as a result of this and my own experience as a school board director, I introduced House Bill 1386 to provide that greater flexibility to our schools by essentially reverting the current certification grade levels and age spans at which educators are certified back to the certification issued prior to January 1st of 2013. I think this will provide our administrators with greater flexibility to hire educators and change educator grade placements. And as currently drafted, the bill is supported by the Pennsylvania State Education Association, the Pennsylvania School Boards Association, and the Pennsylvania Association of School Administrators. And I thank the chairman very much for bringing this bill forward today and would appreciate your affirmative vote in support of the measure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.